welcome. You're welcome. Let me notify everyone that we are live. We are live. We are ready. We are here. Happy New Year to everybody. Either you are going to be joining us live or you're going to be rewatching this video. Anyone you're going to be doing, you are welcome. Happy New Year. Okay, thank you so much for joining us live today, and especially welcome you to our media edition of cash flow management here on LinkedIn. It's going to be like our first live event on LinkedIn. But then we have numerous videos on cash flow management, business development, business growth, financial management, all of those topics on finance, on business development. They are there on our YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that now. Our YouTube channel is like a mini university for you. If you are looking forward to getting better financially, if you are looking forward to starting your business in 2025, our YouTube channel is like a mini university for you to go and look into. Do you understand? Our YouTube channel is the Village Boy Academy. The Village Boy Academy. That is our YouTube channel. You should go there right now and just take as much. It's free. Subscription is free. For you to subscribe is free. For you to watch the video is free. For you to do everything you want to do on that space is totally free. So it's very free for you to go and acquire free knowledge on the space. And just because it's free doesn't mean that the knowledge you're acquiring from that space is not valuable. Very powerful knowledge about all of these things. But like I said earlier, you're welcome to our first edition here on LinkedIn. I think you guys should clap. Thank you so much. So, in our first edition here on LinkedIn, we thought of closer to you. We thought of bringing it closer to you. This is why we are doing this. And on this on this first show of ours, we are going to be talking about starting 2025 right. All the things you need to know about your cash flow in 2025. Either you are coming from a perspective of a corporate person, or you are coming for your own personal management, like your personal financial management. Either of the two, you're going to be learning how to start 2025 right, what you're supposed to do with cash flow management to set 2025 on the right pace. I'm very sure that you don't want to, how last year went, that you're unable to probably reach your finance goal. You don't want the same thing to happen this year. So this is why the doctor of cash flow management have decided to come for you in 2025. Everything you need to know is going to be sharing it with you. And that is not all. We have special gifts for it's the very end of this session, and that's still not all. We have a special announcement at the end of it, and that is still not all. Remember, we said we are going to be taking your questions about cash flow management. Either you're experiencing some cash flow issue personally or in your corporate institution, and you want us to discuss it together and provide solution. We are going to be doing that together right now. I mean, right now, after the after doctor has you know explained some things to us, we are going to be taking the question and answer. So that makes it a win-win situation and an exciting one. So before I bring in doctor, I want to ensure that you're here with us. So please, if you are live with us, I would just like to see you in the comments. That's the only way I can get to know if you're alive with us. If you're live with us, I'd like to see you in the comment. Just say anything, just drop anything. We'll appreciate it. Okay. 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 So, the YouTube is the Village Boy Academy. The Village Boy Academy, you're going to be seeing doctor's image on the profile picture. So it will be able to tell you which of the Village Academy you want to click on. Thank you so much, Ma'am Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us live. Thank you for joining us live. Thank you for joining us live. You're welcome. So, without taking much of our time, because it's not going to be too long, it's not going to be something long, it's just something short but very powerful because it's a media edition. I want it to be an interesting experience for you. So, I'm going to be bringing up Doctor now. Doctor is going to be teaching us. So I want you to come with your pen, your book, and every of your jotting material. If you have to open your notepad right now, please do that. If you have to, whatever you have to, bring on for you to work on yourself, for you to listen properly, please bring them on right now. Doctor will be coming in right now to talk to us about cash flow management. And as you are listening, please be preparing your questions. Be preparing your questions because immediately it's done, we're going to be going to question and answer session. Do you understand? Thank you so much. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here for the first time to do live on LinkedIn, talking about what I love talking about cash flow management.
All right, sir. You have the floor, sir. We'd love to learn from you tonight. Starting 2025 on right notes. What you have for us on cash flow management tonight?
Yeah, so let's share these. Yeah, I'll be talking to you about the cash flow quadrant. This is, you know, what I just developed to explain cash flow. Uh, I've spoken about cash flow a lot on so many platforms, but today I just want us to look it from four perspectives, which I call cash flow quadrants. For clarification, what is cash flow? Cash flow is the money that comes into your business and the money that goes out of your business. So cash inflow is the revenue, the capital injection, every money that comes in. Cash outflow are the money you spend for your expenses, to pay rent, to buy equipment, to buy raw materials, to do all those things. The normal rule is that the the money coming in should be, you know, greater than the one going out. If it does not happen that way, it means the business is in jeopardy, is in crisis. In quick asset ratio, I mean, I will try to be as simple as on that. We always advise that okay, your net asset, things that you can turn to money to cash, should be at least ratio 2 to 1 against what the demands on that cash. For instance, you have to pay salary, you have to pay suppliers, uh, maybe $100. It is expected that you have something that is cash or that you can easily turn to cash. That is about $200, meaning that you are not at the mercy of your creditors, because one of the problem in running business, like when you owe too much, that could collapse your business. So, like I said, just like blood is important to man, to the life of a flesh. It is in the scripture that the life of the flesh is in the blood. So the life blood of a business is a cash flow, and that is why it is important for you to manage it. And I have categorized issues that could occur. Is either you have excess surplus, I mean you have surplus cash flow in the meaning that you have more money coming in than money going out, or you have a shortfall in cash flow, meaning that more money are going out than are coming in. Each of them have their own advantages. They also have their own disadvantages. So that is what the advantages is what I call upsides. In this uh, that you are watching on the screen, and the disadvantage is what I call downside. Every of these can give a business or an individual headache to run. So when you have surplus or excess cash flow, sometimes it could be as a result of maybe a windfall. For instance, maybe your product or your service is just required, suddenly, and the money is rolling in. Then you don't, more than what you budgeted for, you now generate revenue more than you expected. It could create some problems. It could also, give you a lot of opportunities. One of the opportunities that they will give you if you have excess cash, like you have money to invest in opportunities, because there are some opportunities that will just come in suddenly, unannounced, and when you have money to channel towards such opportunity, it becomes an advantage. So it's an advantage when you have excess cash flow, excess liquidity, and you have investment opportunities. So you quickly channel that excess into that investment opportunity. And of course, it also gives you cushion, liquidity cushion, meaning that you have a buffer. If there's any emergency could maybe some challenges, maybe an equipment breakdown. You have to urgently replace the equipment to avoid the shutdown of factories and other things. The excess cash that you have can quickly be channeled towards that. Also, it could help you to reduce your debt. Sometimes when you are owing, your creditor might say, okay, your debtor might say, no, your creditor rather will say, you know what, if you pay me on time, I will reduce the interest I'm charging on you. So excess liquidity allow you to take advantage of debt reduction. And that, again, because when you pay down your debt, the interest you are paying also will reduce. So that is like a double advantage. And that it also means that it will increase your bottom line in the long run. And of course, when you have excess cash flow, then you are increasing your shareholder value. I mean, your bottom line is increasing because for instance, you have been operating on maybe revolving overdraft, and remember it is not free. When you go to obtain drafts from financial institutions, they charge you interest based on the amount or usage and all that. So when you have increased surplus cash flow now, instead of paying that interest, the interest will come back as profit, and that increase the shareholders' value. So that is the advantage of having a excess cash flow. The downside is like sometimes you may not know what to do with it. Idle funds. So, and of course, when money is idle, a lot of other things could occur. Maybe it's if you don't properly invest it, you may be getting returns, but you may be getting a very minimal returns. When you have excess cash flow, you are susceptible to theft, to stealing. If your workers, have advantage or have access to such cash, they steal it. So this could create some leakages for you. And another problem that you may have is complacency, which means you begin to, it may lead to inefficiency. It may lead to a kind of a discipline whereby you begin to spend money that you are not on things you are not expected to spend money on. You can be duplicating services. In some organizations, you employ more staff than necessary, and a lot of things could happen, that can make you complacent. It's as if you think that every day is Christmas, you just spend money as they come. Then again, it's which may lead to overconfidence in spending. You just spend money anyhow. You spend, encourage me. Excess cash flow can encourage overspending because of poor investment decision. The money is there, and you think, oh, it is meant to be spent. So that could create a problem for you if you don't properly manage it. Then opportunity cost. Of course, you may be confused on what to, you know, invest the money on, or there are things that could uh, yield better outcome. Unfortunately, you may not be able to invest on that because you have wasted the money on frivolous spending. So those are the downside of excess cash flow. It is good to have excess cash flow. It provides you some cushion. It give, but again, it can also give you a headache. Unfortunately, it's that is the irony of having too much of cash flow. Then when there's a shortfall in cash flow, it is not all gloomy. There are some advantages actually. Even when you have excess, when you have a shortfall in your cash flow, when you have a shortfall, you become more frugal. No, uh, you become more financially disciplined. You encourage. I mean, you budget for every money you spend. You don't just want to spend money because this money you know that it's not that available. So you prioritize your expenditure. So that gives you an advantage. So to to spend your money more judiciously because they are in short supply. They are in shortfall. Of course, it also helps you to focus on efficiency. You want to maximize the little amount you have for maximum benefit. So you focus on efficiency. Do me there will be no room um, for frivolities. And of course, it also encourages you to be innovative because they say necessity is the mother of invention. And when you have shortfall in cash flow, you begin to put on your thinking cap to think, okay, what else can we do to increase our cash flow? What else can we do to to increase our bottom line? What else can we do to generate fund? Remember, profitability and liquidity, they are not the same. I've almost said this over and over. For instance, now maybe you you are selling, but your money is not in your hand; it's in the hand of your debtors. What do you do? When because of this, you begin to look at your credit policy, you begin to make amendment, you begin to innovate, then you begin to also develop more efficiency in collecting those debt that you are being owed. So you've instead of being comfortable just sitting at home and hoping that your debtors will pay as they promise, then you sometimes you have to grant them some incentive to pay on time, or you find a way of chasing after them so that you can collect this money on time. So those are the upsides of uh, of having a shortfall in cash flow. Of course, it also can make you say, okay, instead of me struggling alone, why can't I bring more investors into this business? Yeah, this business is lucrative. It's just like we have this short gap in our cash flow because a lot of people are owing us and all that. So by that, you can say, okay, maybe I should bring in more equity participant to run the business better. So the shortfall also can bring some advantage because it allows you to put on your thinking cap than otherwise you would have done. So it is not all gloomy that you have a shortfall in cash flow, but as much as possible, it's always better to avoid unnecessary or a prolonged shortfall in cash flow. There are times that um, shortfall in cash flow can be normal, but it should not be for a long duration. When it has extended beyond certain reasonable period of time, the consequence is that you begin to lose uh, the, the the favor in the business, and it could actually lead to outright bankruptcy. It can lead to closure of your business. It can lead to so many unintended consequences. So a shortfall I mean, within a short period of time allow you to put on your thinking cap to see how you can reverse the ugly trend and move forward from there. Those are the advantages. Those are the upsides of shortfall in cash flow. Then what are the downside? Of course, when you have shortfall, it creates bottleneck, headache for your operations. For instance, maybe you buy your raw materials on credit, and the more you owe your suppliers, it gets to a time they say, oh, no, we are not going to supply you again unless you pay the one you are owing us. and because of that, you may be forced to pay in cash or to buy in cash. Sometimes you may not have the advantage of bulk purchase, whereby you reduce average cost per unit. So those are the, I mean, and that could lead to a kind of factory shutdown sometimes. Maybe, or you are producing below your capacity. Maybe what you need for to finish your machine is like maybe 2 tons of a raw material, and you don't have cash that can buy up to 2 tons. You now buy maybe 1 ton or maybe less than 1 ton. So that means that you are operating below capacity, and you're also incurring some cost, because there's some fixed costs irrespective of your level of operation that you will still incur. So your margin will reduce, your markup will reduce. So there are a lot of problems that will occur when you have shortfall in cash for a long period of time. Then your debt will become accumulated. Just like you begin to fail to meet your obligation to a third party, because yes, you have sold, yes, you are making profit, but the money is not in your hand, and you have taken money from other people, and you don't have ability to pay them back. The more you accumulate that, the more you know you your ability to leverage on borrowing will reduce. Your There's reputation risk that you are going to face. People no longer trust you, and people they don't want to sell to you on credit again, and the pressure becomes too much on you, and you can lose energy even to run the business very well, because you'll be burdened by headache of how to find money, how to bridge the gap. So that is why, like I said, shortfall in cash flow can be heavy if it is not for a long period of time. It can also, allow you to be more creative in thinking, but when it becomes too long or protracted, it can create problem for you, that you lose interest in the business, and the business can actually go bankrupt. The same thing with the individual. Of course, it could damage your reputation. Oh, that guy, they are chronic debtors. Don't go there. Don't do business with them. And before you know it, the word will go out in the marketplace. Oh, don't do business with this kind of guys. They are terrible people. They don't pay on time. They are this. They don't keep promise. They don't keep to terms of agreement. So there are all consequences that can bring to your business if you don't manage it very well. And of course, big on it, like you will miss opportunities. Like there's some opportunities that will always come unannounced. So when that opportunity come, you don't have cash to do it. To respond to it. Those who have money to respond to it, they will take the advantage of the opportunity, and you will be left in the cold. So that is why it is important for you to make sure that even when there's a shortfall in cash flow, it should not linger for too long. It should not linger unnecessarily for too long. Now, let me give you share two stories, with you, especially when it comes to excess cash flow. I had these two companies way back that they asked me what they should do. They had some windfall, uh, and the money was coming in, and the employees started putting pressure on them to increase their salaries and all that. And when I was invited to look at this, I said, okay, let me look at what the situation. This windfall, is this something that is likely going to reoccur? Is it something that is going to continue into the foreseeable future? Or is this something that what we call an extraordinary item, in which case this thing just occur because of a particular situation? And that situation, will it repeat itself in the future? I want to discover that in the two cases, unfortunately, that this is more like an extraordinary item. This windfall will not continue. It's just for a limited time. It may or may not continue in the future. So that whatever you are planning, you have to be very mindful of this. So I look at the seasonal variation. I look at what they be doing. I do the series analysis for them, and I concluded, okay, what you can do for your employees to say, okay, because of this excess liquidity, excess income, what we are going to do, like a certain percentage of this amount, we are going to distribute it as bonus to the staff rather than increasing salaries. And one of the organizations accepted that advice. The other one did not accept the advice. So the one that accepted the advice did that. They distributed a percentage of the excess income among the staff. Meaning paying them in bulk outside their salaries, and some were able to do something reasonable with that. The other one that did not accept, opted for salary increase, which the staff were happy. They were jubilating that okay, this salary is increased. But unfortunately, in the second instance, after about 6 months, they could no longer pay the new salary. And within 3 months, by the time they started owing like 3 or 4 months, what happened? Staff started, resigning. And some of them, cannot go because they look for a job that can match their current salary. They were not able to get. So it becomes very difficult. Those who are a bit maybe wiser, they just look for anything that can still pay them, any organization that can still pay them their former salary. So that is the advantage. The first company was cautious, the second one was not. And down the road, they ran into trouble. So when you have your surplus cash flow, the moment the period you have that, you have to pause and ask yourself, this thing this breakthrough, as we call it, that I have now, will it continue? Are there indications, are there indices to prove that it will continue? Because this also, affect decision making. You decide what to do based on the information you have. So when you have, good cash flow, coming in, and of course you don't have adequate record, I've always emphasized this, you cannot even plan against it. Your cash flow management should be supported by good and flexible budgeting system. Flexible budget, because it's important that your budgeting is flexible. You can't be too rigid with your budgeting, because remember, budgeting is a forecast. You are thinking about the future that you don't know. You are thinking about the future that you don't have full information, perfect knowledge about. So you have to manage these two together, side by side. Okay, this is what my budget. This is what I want to achieve this year. These are the parameters. Of course, when that parameters change, you should be able to change, your expectation in budget wise. So that's why you have to operate a very flexible budget to be able to manage your cash flow, and of course keep adequate record of what is coming in and what is going out. Manage your debt collection very well to ensure that, even like I said earlier on, when there's a shortfall, there are times it's unavoidable. There are times the shortfall will be there, but it should not linger for too long. When it lingers for too long, that leads you to crisis. That leads you to the downside of these quadrants. But when it is just for a short period, it leads to the upside, whereby it allows you to put in your thinking cap. On the same thing, when it is surplus, you have to first understand, why are we having this excess? Is it because of some fortune smiling on us, some situation that we never expected occur, and it was to our own advantage? Then you have to also ask yourself, will this likely going to continue? And if there is no likelihood of it to continue, then you have to exercise caution in how much you spend. Having excess cash will enable you to take a lot of advantage of so many things, which in the long run will increase your bottom line. The danger there is like, when you become reckless in spending, my use of strong word, then a lot of things could occur that can damage the business, that can damage your reputation, that can make you, become complacent. So either of the situation will always occur to you. Occur in the business. There will be time of surplus, there will be time of shortfall. Understanding the interplay of the upside and downside of both situations will help you to manage your cash flow better, because, like I said, it's the lifeblood of your business. So that's why, have you asked yourself the question, why do business collapse? Why do a travel business go bankrupt? It is the same thing at the individual level. You have to understand, maybe if they pay you a bonus, in January, you don't make your budget spending uh, in February or March without taking cognizance that, okay, I will not get bonus in February, I will not get bonus in March. So you have to find a way of balancing this thing. It is not totally wrong to have shortfall sometimes. Again and again, ensure that it does not linger for too long. Then when you have your surplus, that is not the time to spend anyhow. That is not the time to buy anything in sight. It is a time to plan, to take advantage of it, like investment opportunities, and reducing your debt and increasing shareholders' value. Those are the things you have to pay attention to. So I think I will pause here to listen to whatever questions anybody has. Thank you for listening to me. Ayomide, please.
Hello, I hope we all enjoyed the session. You're welcome, sir, Mr. Idris. You're welcome, ma'am, Mrs. Elizabeth. Please, if you are still watching us and you've not dropped any comment, I'm looking at you. Just drop your comment. Thank you so much, sir. I've learned quite few things. Few things that be a lot. I've learned a lot, yes, not few things. So there's this question. So you said that once we have like when there is excess inflow, that they should use it appropriately. So the question is now, what if it is on a personal note, like it's not an organization now, it's like from a personal body. What do they do when there is an excess income and this person have very little knowledge about anything investment, but if the person had the opportunity to have like maybe that month, maybe there was like an increase in their pay, maybe that month there was like a bonus or something that there was excess cash flow. So on their personal lifestyle, how do they manage it when there is a season like that?
Thank you very much for the question. I don't think that there's anybody that will say they don't know about investment opportunity. That would be a little presumptuous to say. All over the place, even on social media, people advertise investment opportunities. The question is like everybody mean, depending on the climate or the climate you live, where you live. Um, if you have excess money, you know what to do with it. You know that you can invest in mutual funds. If the money is not much, you can go to your visually everybody had banking operation, banking services. So you will approach your bankers. Okay, have this money. It's not much. How can I invest? They will advise you. Or you go to your insurance. You go to there are people who daily advertise investment opportunities. So when you have that excess in your hand, of course there are remember there is the temptation of spending. There are a lot of things you think you are missing. That maybe you want to change your phone to the latest phone. There are those temptations there. But then if you think about the future more, then you think about, okay, what else can I do? Put this money to generate money, more money, because it's about generating more money for the future. So uh let's even assume that you don't know anything about investment. Go to the bank. Ask, okay, I want to invest in mutual fund. That case, somebody is taking the headache from you to help you invest your amount. And there is nothing little. I don't think any amount is little that you cannot use, for investment, for mutual investment, mutual funds. So that's the limit you can do. Again, if you don't like risk, you can buy treasury bills. Treasury bills is the most secure investment, though the return is very minimal, it's very low. But then you are sure that you are not going to lose your money. It's just like what you are getting in turn may be sometimes maybe lower the inflation rate, but then you still are still going to get something. You are not going to lose anything at all. When you put money in a savings account, that is not investment. It's more of a deferred consumption. You are keeping that money, for future consumption, because you have easy access to it. I always tell people that, look, saving is the gap between what to have and what to are investing. So You take money from what you have and you save it, but don't stop there. Move it from that saving to investment. And that is why you can do mutual funds, you can do treasury bills. When a third party, a non-registered business, approach you to invest in them, I will advise you to exercise caution because the risk can be too much. Sometimes they promise you out of this world returns. Yes, the higher the return, the higher the risk. So you have to be very careful for third party unregistered investment. That could, yeah, that could affect you and give you a headache. You can lose your money. So
All right. I hope that person heard the answer. So the next one here from the group is, how can I track my income and expenses more effectively?
simple, the simplest thing, like when I did this on Facebook last, on YouTube last year, we said that what we are going to do is to develop templates, a set template. We are working on that template. They're almost ready. We are just checking to make sure that we cross all the T and dot all the I's. So a simple spreadsheet will help you. You have to keep record of what is coming into you. You have to keep record of what you are spending. Before you go to market, make a list. And that list, you know, the price about the item, put it there. When you get to the market, most of the time the price would have changed. The actual price you bought it, put it on the next column. Then the third column, create what we call variance, the changes, the differences, what has happened. So that will help you to plan for subsequent, purchases. So you have to record your income, you have to record your expenditure to be able to track it. So if you don't record, if it is in your head, it has become difficult to track. There are so many issues that we think about every day. So putting all those in your head alone will not help you to track. So tracking is writing down. Even if you cannot use Excel, take a notebook. So write what your income. I mean, write what you are spending, and another page write what you have generated, and take away what you have spent. You will discover that whether you are having a shortfall or what you are budgeting. So because sometimes you have maybe $100 and you are planning to spend $150. When you are not government, you can operate on deficit endlessly, or so it becomes difficult. But if you don't keep record, you might assume that you have 200, whereas actually what you have is 100. So keeping record is the number one thing. If you know how to use Excel, fine. And I think there are lots of other apps also that can help. But we, having spoken to a lot of people on this, we are developing a template for all these things that can help you track all these things, and for just some token. So yeah, it is soon going to be ready. We're almost finalizing it now. So to be sure that then we test run it, then yeah, we'll let you know when it is available.
Okay, this next question sounds almost familiar, if not familiar already. This person said, how can I better align my spending habits? Like, I don't know how to align my spending habits with my financial goals.
To align your, see that you have to and the alignment will start with planning, budgeting. So you have to divide your goal. It's your goal that you define that will determine what your plan, your budgeting will be. What do you want to achieve? Then you would ask, okay, what do I need to achieve it? So then you ask yourself, do I have what it takes, or do I need to achieve this goal? Do I have it now, or do I have to look for it? Okay, if I have to look for those things, where can I get them? Then where can I get them? Not necessarily cheaper, better quality. Sometimes it could be cheaper because it's about knowledge. Knowledge of the market is also very important. to be able to maximize your benefit. So yes, it is planning, planning. And when you are planning, you have to open your ears to the ground to understand changes, because we are living in a moment of rapid changes, to understand the changes that could negatively or positively affect your planning and to make adjustment. And that is why I always favor flexible budgeting. Don't be too rigid about your budgeting. Be flexible about it. Be flexible to make changes. Be flexible to make corrections. So yeah, then be on top of seek knowledge, understand what you want to do. It's not just about just dreaming now. Yes, you can do, but then this is about being sincere with yourself that okay, these are the challenges, these are the opportunity. You do your what we call SWOT analysis to be able to determine what you need to do at every mean. You look at your strength, you look at your weaknesses, so and all that. So and your opportunity and the threats mean that to you to your plan, because the way that we plan doesn't mean it will happen that way. The changes will come. It could be positive, it could be negative. So we also have to have a means of responding to whatever changes comes. That's very, very critical and important.
Okay, I think this is the last question I'm going to be taking from the group. This person said, aside from budgeting, what other way can I achieve financial discipline?
Financial discipline is ability to it has to do with but you have to budget, and you have to budget and follow your budget sincerely. Let me not say strictly now. I would have said strictly because that will contradict me saying you have to be flexible. But you have to be sincere with your budgeting. If you don't budget, how can you maintain financial spend this thing? First, before you go to budget, you have an objective. You have defined your objective, and make sure your objective is not ambiguous. It's not something that cannot be measured. It has to be measurable. So, I mean, you have to use your smart analysis for that. Then, yes, it's budgeting. So, it's your budget that will tell you, hey, this is not what you are supposed to do. I mean, yeah, following budget help you to be disciplined. Uh, I mean, the discipline is an attitude, but budget aids that attitude because you are documenting what you want. You are documenting what is coming in. You are documenting what is going out. Yes, your budgeting will also even let you know, okay, we help you to do what you call variance analysis. If there are changes, which most of the time there will be, because we cannot predict, the future with absolute certitude. So you still need budgeting. Budgeting actually compel discipline. It compel planning. It also stimulates discipline. So you can don't run away from budgeting, please.
Okay, so I think that just when I saw the question, I was also laughing myself. How can you do that without budgeting? Well, I hope you've gotten your answer now. Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time for doing this, for pouring out these teachings to us. So before we go, I need to quickly announce this. I need to quickly announce this to us. So I told you that there's going to be something special at the end of it. For you to get your budgeting right, budgeting is not hard. Budgeting is not something that you are supposed to, you understand. It's very simple. So we've created a resource, something valuable, something to help you go through the journey of budgeting and effect not even budgeting alone, effectively budgeting what will work for you, like how you can do these things effectively, how you can follow through effectively, and how this thing can help you to achieve financial discipline in a very simple way. Like it teaches you the ABC of everything you need to know about budgeting. Either you are a staff in a company, either you want to buy for your organization, either it's for personal use, whatever it is, as far as it has to do with learning what budgeting is, we've created a resource for that. And that resources is available on Amazon in form of a book. It is titled Budgeting Made Simple. Do you understand? Budgeting Made Simple. Techniques for the busy business owners. So everything you need to, when doctor was talking the other time, he spoke about, when doctor was talking the other time, he spoke about you recording, you doing all of this. So all of those things are what you're going to be learning in this book. Everything was made simple for you and ready for you to just, use it, do that, and you are there. That is what that book is. Do you understand? It makes everything easy for you. So I'm going to be putting the link. I'm going to be putting the link for that book, to that book, on our status right now. You're going to just click on it, check it. A comment. Okay. You're going to click on it, and it's going to take you right to our Amazon store for you to even check other resources out there. Aside from, I'm going to be dropping it later. So aside from our budgeting made easy, we've also made something for you as well as a business owner. Now the question is it compulsory that it is just business owners that should have these things? No, it is not for just business owners. As far you need to optimize your financial lifestyle as well, you need this. Do you understand? This one is titled this one is titled Sustainable Cash Flow Strategies for Eco-Conscious Business Owners. So this is how everything we've been discussing in the class here, everything doctor is trying to let you understand, do this, do that, you have to go it this way, you have to do it that way. Everything is inside this book, like from the very start to the very end. Everything is inside this book. And the ridiculous thing about this thing is when you see their prices, you'll be like, wow, you understand? So we've made it easy for you to digest the knowledge inside of it. We've also made it easy for you to get these materials. Do you understand? So the third one I have for you guys is business strategy manual. So in case you're looking at 2024, you want to do better in business, like 2024. Yes, thank you, Ma'am Elizabeth. 2020, 2025. 2024 is gone. So in this 2025, you are looking forward to either get into business or manage your business more properly, or maybe you've been experiencing some things and you don't understand, or better still, you just want to get started in business, or you just want to have the knowledge about business. You want to know everything about business from the very start, from creation, ideation, to the very last part of it, the sales, operation, every part of business. We've compiled something for you in form of another book titled Business Strategy Manual. Around last year December, somebody was shopping for books on business, and in the bookstore they recommended this book for that person. That's to show you how effective and powerful this book is. So you're going to be learning everything you need to know about business. And the good thing is this: even after reading the book, and probably you still have further questions, you can send us an email via the email you're seeing on your screen now: bolu@lebanon.com, Dr. Bolu at thevillageboy.com, Hayomide at thevillageboy.com. You can send us a mail to book consultation with doctor. You can send us a mail to book consultation with doctor. Doctor is ever available for you. Once it comes to business, comes to cash flow, you want to talk about accounting, you want to talk about money and business, is always available, trust me. And the good testimony is nobody comes with their problem or their challenge and goes back the same. Do you understand? So after reading all of these materials, either the business strategy manual, either the budgeting made easy or cash flow management, and you still did not, maybe probably you still have something like you need to have like a customized solution that you need to talk to the doctor, please send us a mail. We are going to schedule a time for your consultation, and that is it. Do you understand? So thank you so much. Like I mentioned earlier, LinkedIn, this is just our first live event on LinkedIn. Please, we have more and more. Like our YouTube is a mini university, like I said the other time. Everything business, everything cash flow management, everything finance, everything your personal, everything you need to know about business growth, business development, cash flow management is there on our YouTube channel. We have it in long format, we have it in short format. Just do what works for you on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is the Village Boy Academy. the Village Boy Academy, the THA, the Village Boy Academy. You're going to see us right there. Even if you type it on your any browser you want, you're going to see us there. So I'm going to be dropping the link. Give me a minute to drop the link from my phone. I'm going to be dropping the link to I'm going to be dropping the link to our books right now on the comments. So just save it, go there, look through what we have, and purchase it from there. Wherever you are in the world, please. It does not come with any boundary. So wherever you are, you can get our ebook. You can get our hard copy, not ebook, right? You can get our hard copy. You can get the book delivered to you. So I just dropped the link to our books. Yeah, please you can go ahead and click on it. Can go ahead and click on it, or better still you can just type any of these book title on Amazon. Hyphen Bolutufe Oluwadele is going to bring it out for you. It's going to bring it out immediately, but then you can click on this. And remember, when you get to our YouTube channel, remember to subscribe. And if you need more information, remember to send us a mail, and we are ever available to attend to you. So, thank you so much, everyone. This is just the first of the series. We have more and more and more to come for all of you. We've prepared different classes. We're going to be hosting even other mentors to make these things work for you. And regarding our financial templates, we already have some templates embedded in the budgeting book. So you can get the budgeting book already so that you can get the template from there. We already have some so embedded in the cash flow management, but the template itself is still undergoing some testing and it's going to be available. Just it's going to be available for your use. So thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate you being here. Remember to help us repost this if you've learned one or two things. Remember to help us repost this, share with your friend and everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.